What's up, guys? Today we're going to be talking about two really big speakers in the Bluetooth speaker world, the Aiwa Exos 9 and the UE Hyperboom. Let's get right into this. Okay, so despite the fact that these two speakers are massive, that's kind of where the commonalities end. They are very different speakers, and it's going to be super easy to recommend one to you based on your needs because they are just such drastically different speakers. Now, with that said, let's briefly touch upon how many speakers each of these actually has within the enclosure. The Aiwa has 5. It has 1 subwoofer, 2 mids, and 2 tweeters, and the subwoofer actually has an enclosure. It breathes, and what that means is it can make more sound. The Hyperboom has 2 mids, 2 tweeters, and 2 passive radiators on the back. Passive radiators do not have power like a subwoofer. They are merely moved by the movement of the mids. So they don't go as deep as a subwoofer can go due to their nature, but they can produce a lot of sound. Now, the Aiwa Exos 9 has been around for a very long time, and I actually purchased the UE Hyperboom as a potential upgrade. But what I found was that couldn't be further from the truth. However, it's not a downgrade. What? Exactly. So let's go into the strong suits of both speakers. The Exos 9 is by far the best sounding speaker here by a long shot. It has way more range. The bass is deeper and more powerful. The highs are clearer, the mids are clearer, and there's just a lot more clarity, and it's just a way better speaker. For everyone that I have played it for, they've been blown away by the Aiwa, how clear it is, how loud it gets, and just how much power it packs, versus the Hyperboom, which sounds great, but volume-wise, it's not nearly as loud, and just the sound quality in general is not even close to the Aiwa. But the Aiwa does have a huge problem. The interface. I literally have to flick a switch on the back to fire it up. And then you see the equalizer on the screen right there. It is old school. I mean, I have to control it with some touch controls on the top. There's no companion app. There's no like Bluetooth selections like Bluetooth 1, Bluetooth 2. It is very basic and very dated. And I'll put up with that interface for the sound quality, but in contrast, this is the most intuitive Bluetooth speaker I've ever had. The companion app for it is amazing. I can turn this on and off from my iPhone and it's instantaneous. I can select Bluetooth selections 1 or 2 on top of the speaker as well as in the app, and it works seamlessly. I also have an optical port on the back to hook it up to a TV or something, which works excellent. Just the speaker works every time you want it to, whenever you want to, and you never have to fumble with it. And that to me means that oftentimes when I'm gonna go listen to music, I might reach for this or start playing on this simply because it is quicker and easier to get going. The other situation where the Hyperboom slightly edges out the Aiwa is in any situation that involves sand, water, dirt, maybe people drinking, because it is water resistant. It's not waterproof. You don't want to dunk it in a pool, but you can take it to the beach and not worry about sand getting into it. You can have it rain and be okay. And that means that you're a lot more comfortable taking this places with you. What I find with the Aiwa is, although I do love taking it with me, I am terrified that I can get sand in either the bass port on the back or into the speaker somehow. Also, if it rains or anything, this is not even water resistant. It would not fare well. And that means that it gets left at home a lot more than my Hyperboom, despite the fact that this guy does sound considerably better. So if you're looking for a speaker that's really good sounding, really loud, really powerful, and you're willing to put up with a little bit of a dated interface to get that sound, then 100% get the Aiwa. If you have it paired to your phone and you turn it on, it will connect to your phone. You won't have an app to mess with or anything, but it does connect repeatedly and stably. So maybe sacrifice some of that waterproofing and some of that app control that you would get with the Hyperboom and choose the Aiwa Exos 9 because you want the sound quality. If you're looking for something that you really don't have to worry about, you can throw it on the beach, you can have people spill stuff on it and have it rain, and you're willing to sacrifice a little bit of that sound quality for that functionality paired with the really cool interface and having it work really well, then the Hyperboom is the best choice for you. Now, I'm happy with both of them. I use both of them a ton, but if you told me I had to sell one and keep one, I would keep the Aiwa simply because it, to this day, blows me away with how powerful and good the sound quality is, despite the fact that I've had it for many years, and this Hyperboom has come out many years later, yet it is still not even able to scrape the bottom end of what this is capable of. So that's my consensus, that's my recommendation. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you have any questions or want reviews of either of these products that go more in depth, I'd be more than happy to share those with you. Just drop a like and a comment and we'll get to that as soon as possible. Thank you guys and stay